Welcome to Clemson, South Carolina, McWhorter Stadium, Game 3 of this ACC series as the Clemson Tigers play host to the Eagles of Boston College. Alongside the head coach, Scott.
Not a corner in right center field, Tony.
There's not.
No.
Okay, good to know. The 0-1 is tapped slowly to second, and that's how this one begins, one down.
That's a nice, easy out right there. It's such a good feeling to get that one, and a soft ground ball to
where they make alligator boots.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
I don't know. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gator Robinson. One out. Top half of the first. He pops this one up. Alex Brown in foul ground. 2 down.
So far.
The 1-2 to Slike. This one is popped into shallow right, but Matty Moore has a beat on it. And it's an easy 1-2-3 top half of the first for the Tigers. No scores. We go to the bottom half. Don't know. There's a fly ball to left. Hines has a beat on it. 1 down.
But it's those type of awards are because of the efforts of so many other people that and I'm not using fault. We'll get this pitch out of the way.
That was ripped to center. Case, though, has a beat on it. 2 down.
That was hit hard, but right at the center fielder. I was going to say, you and I have had the privilege of seeing every player that has ever played in a Clemson uniform play. And I think she had to sit out 1 game, or they rested her for 1 game because of the sprain.
Left field, Hines makes the catch. So 3 flyouts will end the bottom of the first.
Oh, quit it.
You know what? It's that ball would have hit him. It'd be like hitting a brick wall. There's a pop up in the shallow left.
Well, the helmet looks good on him because it covers most of his head. But he does a good job, and he heads up this whole video team here.
There's another pop up. It's a fly ball into right. Pipkins has it. 2 down.
And Taylor Pipkins made one of the finest catches I've seen.
So 2 up, 2 down. Here's Martinez. And she pops this one in foul ground. And there's Vieira to run it down.
And that was a lot harder than it looked.
Absolutely.
In that Clemson dugout through her time here and becoming the face of the program during her tenure.
Collarman bobbles, but has enough time to throw out Central. 1 away. Season.
Yeah, the freshmen are doing a good job of, I think it's fair to say, and you made the point off air, they're not playing like freshmen anymore.
Vieira pops to Gator Robinson at short, and speaking to shortstops here, the Tigers out 4 and 5.
That's doing it.
I would stack that mark up against anyone in the country, and I don't know if that's the best mark over the last 39 games or not. But I can tell you that Collarman sets the high.
They're going to have 1 team get an automatic bid, and then they may have like 8 or 9 more get bids. So there's 9 of the 32 at-large bids that you're fighting for. Strong opinion about leadoff walks.
Yes, you do. And Scouten will pop up the bunt, and that will be a double play.
Oops.
Yeah. Get the bases empty, Coach.
No, it was not Scouten's. She has been retired.
Right. She popped up the bunt, and then Espinoza was at first. So the bouncer back to.
They have just done things to figure out what they can do in terms of getting people out there to play.
Ball is bobbled at third and then thrown over the first baseman. Pipkins will scramble back to first, and she becomes the Tigers. Either that, they're flipping a coin, and they're still looking for a coin. Oh, and I think it hit her in the head. Wow.
That hit her in the head.
Yeah, Minish looked like she was leadoff error, a hit by pitch, 2 on, nobody out, in a scoreless game. And she does swing away, Coach, and she hits it into center field, and that'll load the bases.
We got a base running blunder going here now.
Go down to second, and out at second base is the freshman Minish. And this one's hit up the middle. Diving stop by the second baseman. Nice play at second to erase Brockenbrough. by Jackson, but scoring on the play from third is Pipkins, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead.
I think let's still see if they're going to take a look at this, because Rockebro certainly thinks she was safe.
A great play by Jackson. And the wherewithal, the backhanded flip.
I think they got her.
Yeah, I do too. Jackson backhands to Robinson, and...
Well, wait a minute now. I'm changing my mind now.
Backhand, you have no control, really, almost for the most part. There's a ball hit hard to Robinson at short. She will win the race to the bag. Maddie Moore hits it hard again.
That is one good man, a good family. Wife Lori.
Emma Jackson, first pitch swinging, pops it in the shallow center. Brockenbrough has it, 1 away.
They've got their 2 sons visiting them this week. 5 batters in a row are freshmen.
There's a line drive into left center. Over quickly, Robinson cuts it off, or actually I should say Brockenbrough cuts it off and holds Robinson to a long single. Nice play in center.
Let me tell you what, they know what they're looking for. They did see her the other night, Thursday night.
The 2-2 hit hard up the middle, base hit. So the Eagles with their first 2 knocks in this ball game, both coming with 1 out here in the 4th.
If you look, don't want to see her, and you don't want to hang one with her. I can tell you that.
And that's drilled to deep left, and it is way out of here. And Stevens has given BC a 3-1 lead.
She must have heard us.
Yeah. That was a no-doubter.
That ball was ripped out of the ballpark.
She now has 9 home runs on the season. She's driven in 33, and just like that, kind of like we saw yesterday when Maddie Moore hit the long 3-run homer. And this was a no-doubter.
That was long and high and gone.
So BC comes off the deck to take a 3-1 lead. Here's Hines. She looks at a strike. And this one's popped into center. Brockenbrough, plenty of room. 2 down. You know, Coach, we mentioned Friday night, and it hasn't changed. They've played 20 games in which have been decided BC. A lot of good players have come out of that program. There's a pop up into center. Brockenbrough will give way to Maddie Moore, and she will make the catch. And that will, here in the home of the half of the 4th, that Noller swings at the first pitch. It hits a fly ball to deep right, but with the wind blowing in just a bit, it'll be caught in right field by Stevens for out number 1.
And did you see much more freely right now?
She's allowed only 1 hit through 3 1/3. There's a fly ball into shallow center. Over is the center fielder Case. She has it, 2 down. Had her out front just a bit. Yes. What a classy move to have the schedule open for most of America. There's a tapper to second. And Jackson takes care of Vieira. And a nice inning.
Yeah, McCubbin's trying to do the same thing for Basinger.
The 1-1. Right back to Brook. And there's 1 away.
McCubbin's often overlooked, and she's a senior, and she kept it all in my head.
You did?
Yeah, we didn't have that software, but I was able to just keep it all right there in my head.
The 2-2. And that is strike 3 call.
And that was a nice pitch, too. Looked like she took a little bit off of that, didn't she? Throw to a catcher like Vieira, because
tapper to Brown. And off the bag at first.
Yep, she beat that one out clean. But I was going to.
The 1-2 hit hard into center. Brockenbrough will not have a play. It one hops the wall. They're going to wave Case to the plate. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. And now they got the runner in a run down to third, and being thrown out on the play is Jackson, but she does her job as she hits a double off the base of the center field wall, and she will score Case from first base. Final out, made it third, but the damage done. 4-1 BC. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Of ever getting a
well, he didn't even think about it. I mean, he
There's
just
a
did the right
line
thing.
drive into right center. Good start to the Tiger 5th inning. A double in the gap for Collins, and she's aboard.
Well, a rally's got to start somehow, right?
All right, at least you think you should.
Yeah.
And she hits it one hopper back to the pitcher. Ariel will move to third. Pipkins out at first, one away.
And she did the right thing. The pitcher never even looked at in their existence, but they've never won that tournament. I believe I'm correct on that.
That's a big pitch here. And it is ball four. So a great at bat by the freshman Minish, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate. With
team or new surroundings, and
she hits this one to the shortstop. Second one, relay to first. Overshoots everyone. So the run will score. They will tag Brockenbrough just to make sure she didn't make an attempt to go to second. The umpire says no, she did not. So that's a RBI force out, and it's now a 4-2 game.
That was a huge run to get back.
Yep.
She hit it sharply, but right at the shortstop.
And that's ball four. So we saw the best hitter in the BC lineup in this situation come through with a 3-run homer in the fourth. That to stay in play, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you're like, please, give my first baseman a shot.
You get somebody like her out in foul territory, you're having a good day.
Swing and a miss. Took something off of it, coach. Had her out front, and Colleran answers the bell. Payoff. Tap to short. Collins to Noller, one down.
You know, I only got hit one time in my entire.
You only got another payoff. Tap to third. Brown has to get rid of it quickly, but not nearly in time. Slack beats out the infield single.
Wasn't a thing you could do about that. The pitcher sent me back to the dugout.
Hard hit ball off of McCubbin. Brown can't come up with it. It trickles into left field. And Schleich will head to third. First and third, one out for the Eagles.
Yep, that was a freak play there.
Now, if you're BC, you got to be, every run is so important here.
Oh, yeah. Squeeze is not off the table.
Good point. And she shows bunt. Runner goes. It'll be a stolen base for Stevens. And now you've got two in scoring position. Hines in a hitter's count. And she hits a fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Minish on the track. She makes the catch. A run will score. And Hines didn't miss a 3-run homer by much.
No, she didn't. And that ball was hit. Good job by Minish. Watch her run out there and find the fence. She runs. Finds the fence. She saw the quick peek and made the play.
That is a tough catch. Because she never did square her body towards the infield.
Right. Now that ball that spun off of McCubbin's.
Too comfortable.
I'm just going to tell the coach now. I knew it was foul all along.
Hit the short. Nice backhand by Collins. Strong throw will end the inning. But the Eagles respond. And Colleran has been outstanding in the circle. And she gets a tapper back to the circle. And Noller retired, one down.
And that was just an awful at bat right there. And I don't mean to be critical of.
Everybody get to.
No.
Budget wasn't quite what it is.
No.
I knew the answer. I just wanted to hear you say it. Swing and a miss. Cintron may have chased that one out of the zone, but strikeout for Colleran. Second. I don't disagree. So Vieira ahead in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. She taps it to second, and it's a 1-2-3. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Nice job by.
Right.
Instead of 18 in a row at home, they played 17. Brockenbrough just shy of the paw in center field, one away. This game changed in the 4th inning, coach. It's a lot of base hits. Smash to short. Nice play by Collins. 2 down. As Scouten is thrown out.
Yeah, Collins made that play so that she didn't. Yeah.
Ball's hit hard in the left center. Base hit for Case.
She's having herself a day.
Yep. 7th hit for the visitors. Very delightful man. Here's the payoff. And that is strike 3 called. And that will end the top of the 7th inning. So Cintron does her job.
This is not a cheap performance today. They've gone out there today and earned all of this.
A good start to the Clemson 7th as Collins rips a single to center. And
Sure do.
There's a slow roller to short, second one, and the relay not in time. So BC gets the force out at second, one down.
And again, ball was not hit hard. She sure did.
And she's ahead here, no balls and 2 strikes on Minish. Let's see if she dials that up here. Nope, she went fastball and blew it by her. And there are 2 down.
Chased
to 2. And she pops it up. This could do it. Foul ground. The shortstop Robinson has it. And Boston College wins the finale. And they knock off Clemson and snap the Tigers' 8-game win streak.
And they came in and won that game. They outplayed Clemson today.
Well, they got timely hitting and outstanding pitching in the circle. The complete game for Kelly Colleran. And that'll do it. So the Tigers win the series. Had a chance to sweep today, but BC gets a big win. And they do it by a final score of 5-2. And boy, I tell you what, Coach, you from night 1 on Thursday, despite the fact that BC lost the first 2 games, you were very impressed with the way this team handled themselves and the way they played. And today, it pays off